In the wild, the eagle is not just another bird. It is a symbol of strength, courage, vision, and resilience. To develop a mindset of an eagle means to rise above limitations, to see beyond the ordinary, and to live with purpose and determination. Today, I want you to imagine yourself not as someone who merely survives life, but as someone who soars above the storms, just like the eagle. Success does not begin with money, talent, or opportunity. It begins with the way you think about yourself, your future, and your challenges. When we look at people who achieve meaningful success, we often see their results, the business they built, the career they earned, or the confidence they display. But what we don't see is the mindset that powered every step of their journey. An eagle does not wait for perfect weather before it learns to fly. It trains its wings, develops courage, and trusts its ability to rise even when the conditions are not ideal. In the same way, people who succeed do not wait for perfect circumstances. They start with whatever they have where they are because they understand that mindset creates progress long before resources appear. Many people fail before they even begin, not because life is unfair, but because they convince themselves that success is impossible for them. They believe they are too late, too unprepared, too ordinary, or too limited. This thinking becomes a cage. An eagle mindset, however, removes the cage and builds inner strength first, knowing that confidence attracts opportunity and discipline creates capability. When you develop a strong mindset, you stop blaming your environment and start taking responsibility for your growth. You realize that your future is shaped not by what happens to you, but by how you respond to it. Life will not always give you support, clarity, or encouragement. Sometimes people will doubt you, doors will close, and results will take longer than expected. But a powerful mindset allows you to stand firm during uncertainty. Instead of saying, "I can't," you begin asking, "How can I?" Instead of comparing yourself to others, you learn to compete with your own yesterday. This internal shift turns struggle into training. Just as an eagle strengthens its wings by resisting strong winds, you strengthen your character by facing challenges instead of avoiding them. A weak mindset looks at obstacles and stops. A strong mindset looks at obstacles and grows stronger because of them. Mindset also determines how you use your time and energy. People with a small mindset get distracted easily, chase shortcuts, and quit when things become difficult. They allow fear, doubt, and impatience to control their actions. But those with an eagle mindset practice focus, patience, and consistency. They understand that success is built step by step, not overnight. They are willing to learn, make mistakes, improve, and try again. They do not expect instant rewards because they know that real growth happens internally first. Before the world sees success on the outside, it has already happened inside the mind. This is why two people in the same situation can produce completely different results. One gives up because the path is hard, while the other keeps going because their mindset is stronger than their circumstances. A success-oriented mindset is also about belief, not blind confidence, but belief built through effort, learning, and persistence. When you believe in your potential, you start taking bolder actions. You apply for opportunities others are afraid of. You start projects others only talk about, and you stay committed even when progress feels slow. That belief does not guarantee success immediately, but it keeps you in the game long enough to earn it. The world tends to open doors for people who refuse to give up on themselves. Every time you choose courage over doubt, discipline over comfort, and growth over excuses, you strengthen your mindset further. Over time, this mindset becomes your greatest asset, more valuable than money, connections, or luck. Because even if you lose everything, you still have the ability to rebuild, adapt, and rise again. Just like an eagle taking flight after the storm, standing alone with your vision is one of the most difficult lessons in life, but it is also one of the most powerful. When you decide to pursue a dream, you will quickly discover that not everyone will understand it, support it, or believe in it. Many people look at life through the lens of fear, limitation, and doubt. So when they see someone thinking differently, they question it or criticize it. An eagle does not fly in groups because it knows that high places are not crowded. In the same way, people who want to achieve something meaningful must be willing to think independently, even when others disagree. In the early stages of any journey, your vision lives only in your mind. Others cannot see what you see, and they cannot feel the passion you carry inside. If you rely on approval from others, you will abandon your dream before it has the chance to grow. Standing alone with your vision does not mean isolating yourself from the world. It means learning to trust your inner voice more than external noise. There will be times when friends, family, or colleagues tell you to play safe, follow the crowd, or choose an easier path. They may not be against you. They simply do not see the world the way you do. If every successful person waited for permission, innovation would never exist. True progress is often created by people who dared to think differently when everyone else followed the same pattern. Like the eagle that rises above the flock, leaders, creators, and dreamers rise above doubt by developing courage and mental strength. They understand that loneliness is sometimes part of growth because vision always arrives before recognition. When you walk a lonely path, you will face uncertainty, rejection, and moments of self-doubt. This is where many people give up. They think, no one supports me, maybe I am wrong. But standing alone with your vision means learning to evaluate yourself honestly instead of emotionally. You ask, is my idea meaningful? Am I willing to work for it? Am I ready to learn, fail, and improve? If the answer is yes, then you move forward, even without applause. The eagle does not stop flying just because other birds cannot reach its height. It knows its place is in the open sky. In life, your confidence must not come from crowd approval. It must come from clarity of purpose. When your vision is strong enough, loneliness turns into discipline, and doubt turns into determination. Another important part of standing alone is accepting that growth often separates you from your old habits, old environments, and sometimes even old relationships. Not everyone is meant to continue on your journey forever. Some people fit your past, not your future. When you choose growth, you also choose responsibility. You begin surrounding yourself with people who challenge you, not limit you. And you spend more time building yourself instead of trying to impress others. An eagle does not waste energy competing with pigeons. It focuses on flying higher. In the same way, when you protect your vision, you stop comparing your journey with others and start investing in your own progress, skill, and character. Standing alone with your vision also teaches patience. Success rarely happens fast, and during the silent years, when results are not visible, you must continue to work quietly. These silent years are not empty. They are the foundation of your future. Many people quit during this phase because they crave quick validation, but an eagle mindset understands that greatness needs time. You keep learning, improving, experimenting, and trusting the process. Every step you take strengthens your mindset and brings your vision closer to reality. Even if everybody cannot see it yet, one day the same people who doubted you may admire your results. But then you will know that your strength never came from their approval. It came from your willingness to stand alone until your vision became real. Focus and commitment, the real foundations of success, because they separate those who dream from those who actually achieve. Many of the people start with excitement, but very few stay consistent long enough to see results. An eagle teaches us this lesson through its behavior. When it locks its sight on a target, it does not look left or right. It does not get distracted by noise, and it does not chase every opportunity it sees. It chooses one goal and pursues it with full concentration. In life, most failures do not happen because people lack talent, but because they lose focus, change direction too often, or give up when things become challenging. A strong mindset understands that big achievements are built through patience, discipline, and long-term dedication rather than instant action followed by quick disappointment. Staying focused means deciding what truly matters and learning to say no to distractions. Modern life is full of noise, opinions, trends, and temptations that constantly pull attention away from purpose. People start a project, then jump to another idea, then another, until nothing is completed. This is like a bird that flutters from branch to branch without ever taking flight. The eagle, however, commits to one direction and uses its energy efficiently. When you choose a goal, you must protect your attention the same way. You reduce unnecessary habits, limit negative influences, and stay aligned with your priorities even when other opportunities look exciting on the surface. Real progress happens when your energy is concentrated, not scattered. Commitment is the second part of this mindset, and it becomes most important when the journey gets difficult. In the beginning, motivation is high and everything feels exciting. But over time, challenges appear, mistakes happen, and progress slows down. This is the moment when many people quit and look for something easier. The eagle does not abandon the hunt just because the wind becomes strong. It uses the pressure to fly higher. Commitment means showing up even on the days when enthusiasm is low. It means continuing to learn, practice, and improve, trusting that every small effort contributes to long-term growth. Success is rarely the result of one big decision. It is the result of thousands of disciplined choices made consistently over time. Focus and commitment also build resilience. When you dedicate yourself to one path, you begin to understand your craft more deeply. You gain experience, insight, and confidence that cannot be developed through constant switching. Failure becomes a lesson rather than a reason to quit. Each setback sharpens your judgment and strengthens your character. People who lack commitment see obstacles as signals to stop, but people with an eagle mindset view obstacles as opportunities to grow stronger. They do not rush the process or measure progress only by quick results. Instead, they pay attention to improvement, skill development, and inner growth, knowing that external success will eventually follow. Another important aspect of staying focused is avoiding comparison. When you constantly measure yourself against others, you lose sight of your own path. The eagle does not compete with every bird in the sky. It follows its own flight. When you stay committed to your journey, stop worrying about who is ahead or behind. Recognize that everyone has a different timeline and different challenges. This allows you to conserve emotional energy and direct it toward meaningful action rather than insecurity or jealousy. Commitment transforms your mindset from "I must win quickly" to "I will grow steadily." And that shift creates long-lasting strength. Finally, deep focus requires purpose. You cannot stay committed to something that does not matter to you. When your goal aligns with your values, your passion becomes a source of power during difficult times. You work not only for success, but for meaning, contribution, and self-respect. The eagle flies with confidence because its direction has purpose. In the same way, when you know why you are working, discipline feels less like pressure and more like a personal promise. Focus stops being a struggle and becomes a natural expression of your vision. This is how commitment turns ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement, one focused act at a time. Patient step at a time. Turning challenges into strength is one of the most powerful abilities a person can develop because difficulties are not just obstacles on the path. They are shaping forces that build character, resilience, and wisdom. When an eagle faces a storm, it does not hide or escape the way other birds do. Instead, it spreads its wings and uses the powerful winds to rise higher. This is a powerful metaphor for life. Challenges such as failure, rejection, pressure, and uncertainty are not meant to stop you. They are meant to stretch you beyond your comfort zone. Most people see problems as signs that they should quit, but an eagle mindset interprets problems as opportunities to grow stronger. Growth never happens in comfort. It happens in moments of struggle when you are forced to think differently, act courageously, and discover strengths you did not know you had. Every challenge carries a lesson, but that lesson is only revealed when you face the situation with courage instead of fear. When something goes wrong, you have two choices: complain and give up, or analyze, adopt, and improve. People who succeed are not the ones who live easier lives. They are the ones who respond better to difficulties. They ask themselves what the situation is teaching them, how they can improve, and what new skills or perspectives they can develop from the experience. Just like the eagle sharpens its instincts in harsh conditions, your mindset becomes sharper when you learn from failure instead of running from it. Over time, this habit transforms struggle into training, and every challenge becomes a step toward greater strength and maturity. Challenges also reveal who you truly are. When everything is going well, anyone can appear confident, disciplined, and motivated. But when life becomes difficult, your real character is tested. Will you panic or stay calm? Will you blame others or take responsibility? Will you quit or persist? The answers to these questions shape your identity. Strong people are not born strong. They are shaped by the storms they survive. The ability to remain focused under pressure, to stay hopeful during uncertainty, and to continue working even when results are invisible creates emotional toughness that no book or classroom can teach. Just as muscles grow through resistance, your inner strength grows through adversity. Another important aspect of turning challenges into strength is understanding that setbacks are temporary, but the lessons you gain from them are permanent. Many people treat failure as a final destination, when in reality it is only feedback. A project that didn't work, an opportunity you lost, or a plan that failed does not mean you are incapable. It means you are still learning. The most successful entrepreneurs, leaders, and creators in the world reached their position not because they avoided failure, but because they refused to be defeated by it. Each mistake improved their judgment, each rejection increased their resilience, and each hardship prepared them for greater responsibility. Challenges refine you by removing ego, impatience, and overconfidence, replacing them with humility, discipline, and wisdom. Turning challenges into strength also requires patience because transformation does not happen instantly. When problems arise, the mind naturally seeks quick escape, but real growth requires endurance. Sometimes you will need to stay in the struggle longer than you want, continue working when progress is slow, and trust the process even when results are unclear. The eagle does not rise above the storm in one sudden movement. It gradually lifts higher by aligning with the wind and staying steady. In the same way, you become stronger not through one moment of bravery, but through consistent courage over time. Each small victory in difficult moments builds confidence, proving to you that you can handle more than you once believed. Finally, challenges broaden your vision and deepen your understanding of life. When you have gone through pain, sacrifice, and uncertainty, you develop empathy, gratitude, and emotional depth. You begin to appreciate success more because you understand the cost behind it. You become wiser in decision-making because experience has taught you what shortcuts cannot. And most importantly, you stop fearing difficulties because you know they are not there to destroy you, but to prepare you for the next level of your journey. In this way, every challenge you face becomes a hidden gift, a chance to transform weakness into strength, doubt into confidence, and struggle into power. Constant learning and reinvention are essential for anyone who wants to stay relevant, capable, and forward-moving in a world that never stops changing. The eagle shows us this lesson through the way it renews itself. When its feathers grow weak and its strength begins to fade, instead of accepting decline, it goes through a painful but necessary process of transformation. shedding the old so it can grow stronger again. In life, many people hold on to old habits, outdated thinking, and comfortable routines even when they no longer serve their growth. They resist change because it feels uncertain or uncomfortable. But those who truly succeed understand that progress requires continuous self-upgrading. Reinventing yourself does not mean abandoning who you are. It means becoming a better, wiser, and more capable version of yourself, again and again throughout your journey. Learning is not only about books, courses, or formal education. It is about curiosity, observation, and humility. People who stop learning begin to limit their opportunities without realizing it. They repeat the same choices, make the same mistakes, and stay stuck in the same patterns because their mindset no longer evolves. An eagle mindset embraces learning as a lifelong process. It asks questions, seeks new perspectives, and treats every experience as a lesson. Instead of saying, "I already know enough," it asks, "What more can I understand? How can I improve?" This attitude opens doors that remain closed to those who believe they are already finished growing. Every new skill, insight, and experience adds another layer of strength to your character and expands the possibilities of your future. Reinvention also requires honesty with yourself. It means recognizing when certain attitudes, behaviors, or environments are holding you back. Sometimes the barrier is not the world outside, but the limits inside your own thinking. Fear of change, attachment to the past, or pride can prevent growth more than any external challenge. To reinvent yourself, you must be willing to let go of what no longer aligns with your goals, whether it is a negative habit, an unproductive comfort zone, or a belief that keeps you small. Just as the eagle removes its old feathers to make space for new strength, you must make space in your life for better habits, stronger discipline, and clearer thinking. This process may feel uncomfortable, but discomfort is often a sign that transformation is happening. The world is constantly evolving, and those who refuse to adapt are eventually left behind. Technology changes, industries change, opportunities change, and expectations change. The people who continue to succeed are not the ones who rely only on past achievements, but the ones who keep updating themselves. They learn new skills when needed, shift their strategies when circumstances change, and remain flexible instead of rigid. Reinvention does not happen only in moments of crisis. It happens through consistent upgrades in your mindset and abilities. When you stay open to growth, you remain capable of navigating uncertainty instead of being overwhelmed by it. Continuous learning also strengthens confidence in a deeper and more sustainable way. Confidence that is based only on current success is fragile because situations can change. But confidence built through learning and self-development becomes stable because you know that even if you lose something today, you have the ability to rebuild, adapt, and rise again. This is the true power of reinvention. It gives you independence from circumstances. You are no longer defined by one role, one phase, or one version of yourself. You become dynamic, capable of evolving with time instead of being trapped by it. Another important aspect of reinvention is humility. To keep learning, you must be willing to accept that you do not know everything and that improvement is always possible. Many people stop growing because their ego convinces them that they're already successful enough. But the most enduring leaders and achievers remain students throughout their lives. They listen, they observe, they accept feedback, and they learn even from those who appear less experienced. This humility keeps their mind open and their progress continuous. Like the eagle that renews itself to regain strength, they refresh their perspective instead of becoming rigid or complacent. Reinventing yourself is not a single moment. It is a mindset that continues throughout life. Every new stage requires a new version of you, stronger, a wiser, more disciplined, and more aware. Growth may sometimes demand sacrifice, patience, and discomfort, but the reward is greater clarity, greater strength, and greater potential. When you commit to constant learning and reinvention, you do more than adapt to change. You rise above it, shaping your own path with resilience, vision, and renewed energy. If you get a single idea from the above saying, please don't forget to hit like, subscribe, bottom.